If you've done the Deserted Lighthouse and you didn't like that one and you're hesitant in this one, I say... Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy, the Chance of Meeples. Today on the channel, we're going to be looking at another one of these bigger exit games that involve puzzles. As you can see, it includes 4 puzzles. Of course, I have reviewed the previous one, the Deserted Lighthouse, and I didn't like that one as much. Well, I didn't really like it at all. Probably my least favorite out of the almost 20 exit games that I've done. I didn't like how the puzzles worked and just all of that. So I was hesitant to do this one, but I've done it. Have my thoughts changed? Is it about the same? Let's find out. Cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Exit the Game, the Sacred Temple. It has 4 puzzles, as it says right here. Good thing I'm good at reading. So in this one, you get 4 bags of puzzle pieces, as well as a booklet. What's this game about? And then things to punch out. So yes, much like the other one with the puzzles, you must build the decoder wheel. So you got a few punch out things, just little paper, and then as well little booklets. Yes, so you'll have to figure out this combination and then open these things up as you go. So there you are. This is what comes in the Exit the Game, the Sacred Temple. Let's check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Exit the Game, the Sacred Temple. As you saw in the overview, this one involves puzzles. You put the decoder wheel together. This one actually doesn't have that many secret objects. Most of them have a small number of them, but this one is just punch outs and that little see-through parchment type paper. As I mentioned at the top of the video, I have done the Deserted Lighthouse one, and that was, I believe, a 4-star out of 5, and I really didn't enjoy it. It was like just overly challenging for me and my group, and all the puzzles were so dark, and the lighting, I have good lighting in my house, but the lighting was tough to see, and I just didn't enjoy my experience in the Deserted Lighthouse. So when I saw this one, I was intrigued, but I didn't know if I wanted to dive into another Exit the Game that involved the puzzles. I will say this, I enjoyed this one immensely more than the other one. If I would have done this one first, I probably would have enjoyed the Deserted Lighthouse. And I don't want this to be a comparison between the two, but at the same time, there are only 2 of these Exit the Games with the puzzles. And this is absolutely fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this one. Most of the Exit games, they kind of have a bunch of really clever puzzles and a couple weaker ones, or a couple puzzles that are like, that's a little far-fetched. This one, I found only 1 out of the 10 puzzles was a little, not far-fetched, but you had to look at something and you couldn't really make out what they were trying to lead you to. Well, for me at least. But man, I really enjoyed how they used the puzzles, used the puzzle pieces and what you did with that. And I don't want to spoil anything in that regard, but the way that they did this one was absolutely fantastic. I would say this might move into my top 5 of the Exit games, and I've done almost 20 of them, and I just really enjoyed how they use the puzzles, and the puzzles in general. They don't have a big grandiose riddle at the end, much like some of the other ones, including the Deserted Lighthouse. I think most of them have kind of a bigger puzzle at the end, or most of the newer ones do. This one didn't, but it just had some pretty solid puzzles from beginning to end, and I really enjoyed it. Once again, I got 5 stars. I can't seem to get better than 5 stars on these things. It doesn't matter if it's a 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter. I get 5 stars, and but I enjoyed my time playing this one. So if you've done the Deserted Lighthouse and you didn't like that one and you're hesitant in this one, I say totally get this one. It is that much greater of an Exit the Game. The puzzles, they're bright. They're much easier to see. There is still a little bit of a challenge because they are not one like flush or one complete image. You have to look through the puzzle pieces and stuff. But overall, man, I really, really enjoyed this one, and it is probably going to make my top 5. So yes, Exit the Game, The Sacred Temple. Highly, highly recommended. I'm going to give this one an 80% chance of meeples because it is really that fantastic. So, 80% chance of meeples for The Sacred Temple. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.